2, 1.
Okay, welcome. This is the episode 7.
Yeah,
Well,
it took you
it's
guys
6.
long, huh?
This is episode 7 of the WolfNCline podcast. This is a special episode. We're calling it the WolfNCline Stein Show because our great friend Chris Chalky is joining us. He's the owner of the Sugar Valley Firebirds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is, dude, I love that name. I fucking love it. I love that name. I'm so glad you use that name.
It's
I
a
hope you
great-
don't ever change it.
It's a
No,
great
why would
name,
you?
and I think everyone in the league knows him as Einstein. So, welcome, Chris.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
We set up since you were able to come and join us. We put the video on this time so everybody can actually see us
yeah,
talk.
absolutely.
Yeah,
So
that's a good idea.
Everyone wants to see this face right here.
No, man, hey,
Listen,
good looking dude.
doing our normal thing, whiskey, some beers, and we're going to talk about the league. So, just to kind of get into it as we normally do, we're going to start off asking Chris some questions. So, I'll start off, but Chris, when did you start playing video games?
Yeah, so I think I started when I was 7 or 8 years old. Like, I know I started with ColecoVision and the Texas Instrument TI, which was like a computer.
How old are you?
I'll be 45.
Okay. Okay.
So I was 83, 84.
Yeah,
Probably started back then, but like really getting into it was Atari 2800. You know, it's probably a couple years later.
Atari 2800, is that Bird?
2600.
Or is that Bird versus Dr. J?
Yeah,
Okay.
I
do remember
had
that.
that game too. That was
That's
great.
when you would dunk and break the net, and the guy would come up
With
and
the
curse
ar-
at you and sweep up.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the orange buttons on the side of the
Yes.
controller.
Yeah. I remember that exactly.
Right, they came out with those.
Did the system have wood on it?
It did.
Yes.
With the
That's what I
switches.
thought. Yeah. Do you remember
still
that?
have it,
Ed,
man.
do you remember
I
that?
still have
I
one.
didn't play that game, no.
You didn't play Atari? Do you remember
I played
Atari
a
though?
little bit of Atari,
It was
but-
wood paneled. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But for me, my first memories of games are Nintendo and the hockey game. I think Belichick brought it up a couple weeks ago. The skinny guy.
The fat
Yeah,
guy.
so-
Yeah. How do you make your
That
best
was
line? We'll have to
that
talk
was-
about that one.
yeah. Oh yeah, Blades of Steel.
That's the
That's a-
second one. But that's he's talking about. It was just called ice
Ice
hockey.
hockey.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
you could play with the Canadian teams,
Yeah,
American
yeah,
team.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
The fast dude.
Yeah, exactly.
So you were 6 or 7.
Yeah, I probably started at 6 or 7 combat and asteroids and Pac-Man. You know, Pac-Man was like the go-to video game at the time.
At that age,
Yeah.
what would you consider your favorite that you played of all time?
Dude,
That you spent the most time.
so like I like wrote out, you know, from a video game standpoint, I can't just pick like one game.
Okay.
I did it by like system, right? Because you kind of progress through,
Yeah, agreed.
you know, you progress through graphics and,
Yeah.
and games and
Yep.
shit. Like different games have different meanings for you, or at least for me. So Atari was like Pitfall. Like I just remember like the noises from
Yes.
Pitfall, like
Did you play Pitfall?
Yeah.
distinctly, you know, remember
Yep.
that shit. Empire Strikes Back.
Yes, that's that's the second game I was gonna name. They're the two I specifically remember playing at my neighbor's house.
And then Raiders, you know, Raiders of the Lost
Yes.
Ark. So
Yeah.
those 3 for me for Atari, and then, you know, getting into
What was that after that? What did you get right after
it
Atari?
was Sega Master System,
Okay.
which was like it was weird.
I don't even remember games on that because I didn't have that.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot. I didn't really play a lot because the game library was just it
Small.
was very small.
Was
compared
that
to
same time as
Nintendo,
like
man.
Neo Geo?
Yeah.
It was like same time. Is that
Yeah,
like
yeah.
almost mid to late 90s in there?
Yeah,
Somewhere in
yeah,
there?
probably.
Yeah, I remember Neo. Do you remember Neo
It
Geo?
wasn't that good.
I don't remember Neo Geo. No, I remember I had Nintendo for a long time. And then Evan, you remember
Yes.
somebody Evan?
Yep.
He got the Sega Genesis.
And then that was
And I
it.
was like, holy shit.
So you didn't play a lot of Nintendo?
I mean, I played the hockey game.
You didn't play Super Mario? You didn't
I mean,
play
a little bit.
Castlevania?
Oh man,
Now,
You didn't play any of
I
those
played
games?
Super Mario. I played
Contra?
a little bit of Contra.
fantastic game.
But I was mostly like hockey.
The hockey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big time.
I didn't get into sports games until I got into Genesis, I think.
Yeah.
Like I didn't play anything else prior to that. Like I didn't go with the Nintendo. I wasn't a Nintendo guy at all.
Sports on Nintendo. Well, I didn't own a Nintendo, but I don't remember
Neither did I.
much sports on Nintendo. I remember games like Tube and like the shit like that. That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
fun on Nintendo. That
Like
Nintendo was
Olympic-
like fun.
Olympics. Like
Friday the
running.
13th.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah.
like that?
Yeah,
It had certain,
Jaws.
yeah, like it had certain games that were really
Uh-huh.
good.
Yeah.
But before you say sports, like my brother had a sports game for our Commodore 64. That was, I guess it was whatever that printing, like it basically just, I don't even know, just printed out the details of the game. I don't even know how it was really like. I don't know if he was making certain decisions, but then it would like print it out and you would
Yes.
read what like that was his
track
way.
and field or something.
Yeah, it was very strange, very
Yeah, I do.
strange. But I was young when that was going on. So what came? Then you're saying you after Atari, you're saying you went into what?
Yeah, so Sega Master System.
The Master System, and then
which
after the
is
Master System,
shitty. Master System in the Genesis.
okay, okay.
So my Genesis games would be sports related, be Madden '95, and then probably after that would be like Nintendo, which I didn't have.
Mhm.
But I got into like Zelda and Punch Out, and
Yes.
Twisted Metal was probably my favorite.
PlayStation 1.
Yeah, probably my favorite PlayStation 1 game.
Do you even know what Twisted Metal is?
No.
It's a car game. Rob Zombie did the soundtrack.
Yeah.
You could be like,
So this is 95 we're talking about?
no, this is 98 probably. This is
it's
PlayStation
probably
1.
98.
So
Probably
this-
98.
I think that's the first year of the Madden and NHL in there. But Twisted Metal
Yeah.
was like the first game that had like a fucking rocking soundtrack.
It was awesome.
And you would just basically you could smash into other. It was
like
you went against like
It's like
characterized other cars.
Mad Max kind of.
Yeah. Yeah. So like the one was the clown was like the most
Right.
popular one because that was the logo. So it was like a big clown head on top of this funky car, but you could gain weapons and things like that.
Right.
It was fun. I don't know
Like-
why it kept my attention so long, but it did.
Well, because you could like power up and your character
Yes,
change
yes.
and everything like that. I love that game. So obviously NHL '95 would definitely be my favorite Sega game of all time.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
there's.
But you kept playing.
I did.
You kept playing. I'm saying specifically, you kept playing the hockey. Right?
Yeah,
When
yeah.
do you think you stopped
So-
playing NHL?
I don't think I ever did.
But what's the last NHL copy you bought that you put money out for?
Oh man, 2018.
Wow. Okay, so that's a lot later than I thought. Because
So
like,
2018 meaning like PlayStation? Or?
no, well, that's just.
Xbox?
Oh, you bought it on. No, you have a PlayStation 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
on a PlayStation 4.
And also, when you say you never stopped playing, you mean 95?
I never stopped playing '95.
So Mike kind of got reintroduced to it.
In
with
2013.
Dave.
In
With Dave
2013.
and You're saying you played the whole time.
Yeah, I played. We played through school. Like I played through college.
I'm
Yeah.
sure. I'm sure there's plenty of people. That's
And
all these
then-
guys say.
See, it's funny you said because I really didn't play. Like I played it in 95, and then the first time I played again was when we did down the street.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I played through till what 2006 is probably the last time I like bought the game or anything like that. But also through like NHL didn't dominate me all year round because, like I said, there was times I got into GoldenEye. I got into GoldenEye for
that's
like,
a great.
like an
game.
hour, a year and a
Yeah,
half
yeah.
straight where we were just
For sure.
playing GoldenEye.
You know
what
what game I used
Yes.
to play a lot? Popping up right now. There's a football game. I don't remember what system we're on, but I remember I used to play with the Giants, and Mark Bavaro was the tight end.
Did you play with Madden?
I don't know. I remember what it was,
Yeah, that
That's
had to be
probably
Madden.
Madden.
but he couldn't get stopped.
First
Okay, it
Madden.
had to be
He would do
Madden.
this like
What
curl
was the first
around.
Madden? It was what 91, 92?
92.
He would do this one route where he'd curl around,
And you
You
throw
couldn't
it to every
stop.
time.
could not stop.
Yeah, it's
It
gotta
has to be Madden.
Yeah,
It has to be
because
Madden.
there was no NFL players.
No,
I don't think
because
any of it.
before Madden, the only football game that I played video game wise was Joe
Tech-
Montana's.
Well,
Techno Bowl. But I'm saying like that 16-bit
Joe
wise.
Montana's sports
Talk,
Yeah.
which was the first time you actually I saw a halfback toss and pass was a play that you could run
Yeah,
and
yeah.
actually do. But that was and you could also do blimp view where it would go way above the stadium and you just saw dots
Right.
on the field.
Right.
Yeah.
But that was like the first football game where it was like the next level. But PlayStation 1's Madden kind of took off too. I remember
Mhm.
specifically buying Madden for PlayStation 1 and being like, this game's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I agree, man. Madden's a tough series to beat.
It is. I love Madden.
Yeah.
I love Madden, but only up to a certain point. Because once it got
Yeah,
into, I
I
always talk
agree.
about the first
I agree.
when it was Peyton Manning was playing, and we might have had Philadelphia might have had McNabb, so it's in that probably early 2000s time period. But there was a year where they put the passing cones in,
Mhm.
and to me, that's when it all went downhill. Like I don't need a fucking passing cone.
Yeah,
And Peyton Manning's was like the whole fucking field.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Then you go like play with Mike Vick, and it's like this.
Yes.
Played his shit. But yeah. All right. So let's
Actually,
go.
Chris, so today, I think you guys know I was out dropping my son off at college. So,
Yeah.
and Mike's talked about his family before. We're both family guys, and tell us about yourself. Are you married?
Of course.
You know.
Of course I'm married.
Yeah. Kids, tell
Come
us.
on, man.
Tell us the story.
Yeah, I have 3 boys.
Good boys.
So 12, 10, and 7.
All right.
That's Christopher Jr., Gabriel, and Alexander.
Yeah.
They keep you fucking busy, right?
Yeah, all the time, man. And they're definitely gamers. They're
Yeah.
more into Fortnite right now.
On Xbox or what's their system?
Well,
of choice?
they're all like across systems, man. They're all like Gabe's on the PlayStation, Chris is upstairs with his Xbox, and Alex
Okay.
is on his handheld Nintendo Switch.
So is this why it's so challenging for you sometimes? Play some games?
Of course. Of course.
Well, that's why when like guys would see that you were on Fortnite earlier, and everybody be like, remember season 1? It was like fucking Eyesight's always on, but he's playing fucking Fortnite all the time.
They take over my computer, man.
I know.
Like,
I know.
yeah, like,
Dude, most people don't even realize he forfeited 42 straight games, right? That was season 1, right?
Oh,
You
yeah.
forfeited that whole first season.
and that screwed up High all-time record.
Yes, it really did.
And
It really did. You owe us for that shit.
That's true. That's true. I don't know.
His will hurt us too,
Yeah.
dropping out.
Also, in terms of Highland Avenue, the team is called Sugar Valley.
Yeah.
So where are you located in comparison to Highland Ave?
As you guys know, I'm around the corner, down the street.
Yep.
About 5 minutes away. Maybe 6 if you hit a light. But basically, I don't know. I would say the town over is is how I describe that, right? Lansdale.
You're right across from North Bend High School. You're
Yeah.
literally across from the biggest thing in the
Yeah,
area.
I can hear the bands practicing
Yeah,
like every Tuesday and Thursday, which is actually kind of cool.
yeah, I'm sure.
I like it.
So you want to ask next question?
All right, so that's where you're located. We went through your history. So what's your interaction with me and Chell? How was the first? I don't even know if I remember the first time we met, but how did you get to know
How
us?
do I know you guys? Well, I knew you, Klein,
Through Dave.
Dave, and probably just meeting up at the bars sometimes.
Well, you
And then-
lived with Dave at that house with Nick,
Yes.
right?
Is that the first time I met you, dude?
You were living in the small room there.
Yeah, yeah.
No, dude, you didn't live with them. You didn't live with Jamie over in
No.
Warminster, right?
No, but I was
Okay.
over there a bunch.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no, I think I remember when you lived with Dave in that house.
Yeah, so what year is that?
Well, Bella was there. Is that because
20.
Bella moved out? Remember me and Bella moved into a place together. I don't know if that was the same time.
Yeah, probably. 2000.
So it's like 2002 when we were going on to like Finnegan's Wake
Yeah, I was
and
gonna
shit
say
like that. When we were doing that.
2002,
Yeah.
2003.
So we were partying.
And
So
then
that's how you met Mike.
Through Dave. It's through Dave.
Dave, and then Shell, I met you through him.
Through Dave too.
Well, I mean,
Wow.
yeah, well, mutual.
Was Dave here? Did
Mutual
Dave move
friend.
up here at that
I
point?
don't know.
No, because the first tournament Dave wasn't living next door.
Yeah, he
That's
wasn't.
true. So was it the first tournament?
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
So
It might have been.
Through
So
Mike.
whatever it was.
Through Mike.
Might
It
have
might
been.
have been. It might have been the first tournament.
Interesting.
We kind of skipped over this, but it's maybe a silly question to ask, but what is your NHL team?
Oh, the NHL team?
Yeah.
Of course, I like the Flyers,
Yeah.
man.
Well, listen,
Even though they suck.
I think it's obvious for us here in Philly, but some people we talk to, like especially from Canada,
Yes.
like they're all
And
over
after I listened to that episode when you said that, I should have went more into that because it's true.
Yeah.
If you're from Philadelphia, you're expected to like the Philadelphia teams, and if
Yeah.
you don't, you get fucking harassed. But
Yeah.
anyway, so as we're all of our friends,
Yeah.
there's not one attendee probably at high that isn't a Flyers fan, right? Everybody is a Flyers fan that comes. I don't think there's anybody unless Joe, who came last year, is not a Flyers fan, which he's not. He's probably someone else.
Somebody
He's a
from New York.
Raiders.
Yeah. And he's from New York. So anybody who's from our area, So we're all Flyers fans. But there's different kinds of Flyers fans. There's the Flyers fans that are stuck in the 70s that I was just talking about to you a little bit prior to this, that are soon going to be fading away. So we'll push that history out of the way.
Yeah.
And then you have Flyers fans like you who are orange colored glasses. You wear your Flyers thong and everything they do is perfect. I'm dead serious. I'm being serious. But you're not the only person like that, because if you listen, and if people don't know, in Philadelphia, sports talk radio is like really big. So all of us at some point in the day probably have sports talk radio on for at least 15 minutes, probably for a car ride here or there. So you're hearing shit. But Flyers fans are notoriously loyal, no matter how shitty they are. And when your team that's gone to 6 Stanley Cups, right? It's the last 6 and 8, and they've lost the last 6. They've gone to 8 Stanley Cups and they've lost the last 6. But we always follow that up with, but they play dynasties, right? We're always giving them excuses. I'm done with all that shit. Okay, you're still willing to give the Flyers a cheat card. I'm not.
Well,
that's the difference. I'm honest.
I think I'm honest.
Wait, and then
I think I'm honest right now. I am.
Yeah, but you're only honest because it's so bad you have to be honest.
Yeah,
I
you
used
made
to-
predictions
I
that
used
were
to share.
ridiculous.
I used to share this meme of Ron X.
Yes.
And it used to say, "Trust the process."
Yes, it did.
Right.
And this guy Hextall, as the Penguins are going to soon learn, he's not good at
Man.
being a general manager.
Oh, Nips and Puss, enjoy
Yeah.
Hextall, man.
Yeah.
Enjoy Hextall.
Listen, he was a great, ferocious player, but, and
Ed would have sucked his dick if he was when he drafted Provorov.
Dude.
Oh my God. You thought we drafted fucking Paul Coffey.
Yes.
Holy shit. Ed, you missed
Listen,
bad.
looking
Dude,
back,
you
missed
your pants, buddy,
yeah.
for sure.
Listen, I was high on Provorov, and that book isn't finished yet.
Machine?
No, the Predator.
The Predator.
The Predator. He called him a Predator. No, and you remember we all went to Dave's. We all went to Dave's to watch the first game of I think his first season when he was a rookie, right? And they brought him up and everybody's all excited. We get halfway into the first period and he's looking fucking like a rookie. And Ed's like, send him back, send him down, send him down. I'm like, you gave up on the guy in the first period. You gave up on him.
Absolutely.
But it seems like maybe I was right.
No, to me, I think he's a second defenseman. He's a second defenseman.
Maybe a second line defenseman.
He'd be a really good second pairing defenseman. I'm saying if you put him with a 1, he's a B. He's a B if you put
That's
him with
true.
if you put him with a 1, he can play.
Yeah,
That's
he,
true.
he moves up the ice a lot.
Yeah,
And
I'm
he
fine
would
with it. He
stay
just
at-
dude, he just
stay at
can't.
home
He can't
defense.
be. He can't be. Dude, one thing Dave has always said is if he plays over minutes wise, he's shit, and they ride him too much.
Yeah,
he
he
plays too much.
It's true. He gets too tired.
Yeah, and by the end of the season, he's shit, guys.
I agree, man.
So, Chris, obviously, this podcast is for this new league that we're in, the W. How did you find the W?
I mean, through you guys, of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Through us, but you were in it from the beginning. You just had to forfeit the first season. But so when you were in it from the beginning,
Yes. So here's what happened. Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
joined.
Mhm.
My dad got really sick,
Mhm.
so he had a heart attack in Long Island, where he had to be helicoptered out of the house because there's not a hospital close. So he had a quadruple bypass and basically died on the table.
Jesus fuck.
And was revived, and then they fucked up his surgery, like put a stent in his heart. They attached a vein to an artery to a vein, or something like that.
Mhm.
He's had complications from that. He's been hasn't been well since. So a lot of the time, my mom needs help. She just had surgery. I've been down there just bringing him back and forth between
So that-
doctors, and I'm sure that's what Ultra Magnus is going through right now.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
So that first season, you were in the throes of all of that.
Yeah, man. Like,
Which is understandable.
yeah,
but you still
my
fucked us.
priority wasn't My priority wasn't hockey.
No, I get it.
Like,
Your
was like,
priority was sticking high with 42 losses that we
Yeah,
didn't
well,
fucking really need, but it's all right.
talk to my dad about
I know.
that.
I will. I hope I see him. I'm gonna say.
Pacemaker and chest.
But listen, I do have this question though. So obviously you found the W through us,
Yeah.
but what kept you in the W?
I like the
Yeah.
competitiveness and the teams, like how good everybody is playing against.
So do you feel like Nips? Do you feel like you're gonna shit yourself before a game?
No, not
That's a Pittsburgh thing.
That's fucking strange. I mean, if that's how he feels, that's how he feels. It's probably typical to Pittsburgh, and I say that with love because my brother lives out there. But no, it's a video game, man. Like I don't get nervous. I do get a little jacked up, man. I definitely get jacked up, like starting out a little bit.
Well, let me just say this. Maybe one day when you make the playoffs, then you'll feel that adrenaline rush.
Every game to me is like a playoff game.
I hear you. I hear you. No, but it's a different feel.
So
Yeah.
So back to your question, your answer. It's the competitiveness.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
the-
It's the camaraderie, like with the boys on the thread.
Just babes.
Just babes as well. I
Yeah.
mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, you and Magnus are right there.
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
I know you're both jerking off at the exact same time.
Maybe. I might call him. He might call me. We don't know.
What do we got next?
Everyone
That's
enjoys
fine,
that.
that's
Come
fine.
on.
So Joe, let's talk about let's talk about your W team.
Yeah.
What so obviously you have a lot of talent. So what style would you consider that you play?
Man,
Or what are you trying to accomplish with your team?
here's my team. My team is it's like a scramble, dude. I don't have a style. It's more dump and chase, probably more than anything.
And it used to be.
Yeah,
That's changed.
yeah. I would say prior to I carry the puck way more than I should.
With Blake.
Yeah,
Yeah. I feel like season 2 you were carrying him a lot with Blake.
yeah. So
Mhm.
I try to get away from that, try to pass more,
Mhm.
and then a little bit more dump and chase into the corners, try to win that with speed. And then, from there, I struggle scoring goals, man. I just do
Yeah.
against the manual.
So I'll tell you this, what you're saying. And I said, you used to, and you used to, meaning your game has changed. I think it's true for me too. You watch some of these other players,
Mm-hmm.
some of that are very successful, and you see what they're doing, and you try to pick some of that stuff up.
Yeah, that little flip pass that Nips does into the corners.
Yeah.
Who else does that pretty well?
Plus,
LHX.
yeah,
LHX. LHX, yeah, absolutely. Probably him more so than anybody else.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I like that play a lot. It just creates chaos, especially if you can win that puck.
Yes.
But first check, you have like an immediate pass in front, maybe for a one timer or something.
I think that's the thing, actually. You have to be like trained, almost like trained.
Yeah.
To know what to do as soon as you get.
Yeah.
Because like so many times for me, because it's such a new thing, I get I'm like, holy shit, I got the puck.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
you have to hit the button as soon as
You're
it comes to
pounding
your guy.
buttons.
Yeah, as soon as it comes to your
You
guy.
gotta do something.
Usually you're just checking.
These guys are all laughing at us. Like, I can't believe these guys didn't know this how to fucking do this.
Well,
It
listen,
wasn't a style though.
I
That's
know. I know.
that's actually not true because, like LHX said in his interview, nobody was doing it in
No.
that first season,
No.
and nobody were doing a lot of things.
No.
I think he said he was one of the few people that was doing the A button
Yeah.
on defense.
Yeah.
It's like,
Dave does that a lot.
Yes.
Actually.
Well, like I said, Dave was a dump and chaser. He was the original dump and chaser.
Yeah. He still. That's kind of his style still.
It is, but that's why I don't think Dave would get frustrated with this league because he's not an adjuster. He doesn't change his style.
Yeah.
So
Agreed.
I don't think he would excel.
so your style is changing.
Yeah, I would say a lot.
It's different, as you said. It's not
Hell yeah.
one thing.
So your team is definitely not a physical team.
No.
At
No,
all.
man. It's a bunch of pussies, dude.
So you
They're-
need to bring in
They're
someone
fast as
who's
fuck.
They are fast.
That's it.
But Doug Waite, you insert him in your starting lineup. He should be your weight. He should be your heavy player.
He's a pussy this year. He's
Yeah,
like,
but I'm saying next year when you put him
yeah,
in, he should be
he's
your,
a 2-checker this year, and I think he goes to a 4 next
that's a
year.
big difference.
Yeah,
That's a huge difference.
It is huge. But I don't have anybody up front, like forward wise, like Satan. He can't hit the fucking net,
Which
dude.
is weird because
His accuracy sucks. He's like a 47.
which is weird. I don't understand why his accuracy is not better unless it's just because it's early in his career.
It is. It's exactly it. So my team probably gets better in 3 years when everybody's like peaking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's true.
yeah.
So, we talked about some of the other teams. You mentioned some of them. Who's your toughest opponent in the W?
Dude, Nips gives me trouble a lot. You give me trouble. You give me trouble regardless.
Yeah.
Sean Bell, man, is just an incredible player. I never seen anything like that shit. He scored on me like I'm like, how the fuck did that go in, dude? Seriously, like there's goals that I was like, I don't even know what he's doing. Like some magical fucking spell.
Dude, but at least
like, and it's like simple shit. It's like,
did you play him this season yet?
No, not
So
yet.
you're talking about with Bure because he was last year with Bure. It was just like fucking incredible. Now he's not. He doesn't have like a standout player. He still is able to win. He beat me 1-0 in the second game that we played, but he's still able to figure out. The thing that's crazy with Sean is I feel like no matter what, when shit gets crazy, he's able to stay calm and he still capitalizes. Where I fucking hit it off the post or fucking do something stupid, he's able to stay calm because he's probably not getting fucked up like I am.
So
But
Sean Bell,
Nips. Puss gives me fucking problems
Oh,
because he's a jerk. LHX gives me problems.
yeah.
The tier 1 guys, like,
They give everybody a
fucking
problem.
Moses, like
yeah.
all
The
those guys.
usual suspects, Colin.
Yeah,
Wait, Moses is in tier 1 though.
no, but he gives me problems.
Moses.
I think I beat him though last year, and you guys were like, "You beat him?" I'm like, "Yeah, that was the first time, man. That was a good game.
Yeah,
Proud moment."
Moses caught me twice this year. He's surprisingly.
Yeah, those guys they're all good, man.
Yeah,
fucking
Yeah, you can't have a letdown at all.
NHL ninjas.
So who do you consider on your team building? So I mean, you have so many guys. I don't even know what you're gonna end up doing, but who on your team are you considering as your cornerstone, as your franchise?
I mean,
player?
you gotta say McGillney.
He's not going anywhere. So like when UM says Solani's not going anywhere, because people have offered you shit for McGillney.
Yeah, and I've offered it would have to be somebody that is
Solani.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, more somebody's physical. Like I tried to trade him for Lindros straight up.
Oh,
did you?
Yeah,
And I was shot down.
was shot down.
Wow.
And then
Sumter might regret that.
That's an interesting
I
evolution.
think I offered Nips for Forsberg and a couple players, and he didn't do it.
And then Nips trades Forsberg for who? The
Yeah.
12th pick. Wow.
Hosta.
Yeah, but Host is not.
He was like, it's not my style.
Hosta gets really fucking good.
He's going to be around a lot
He
longer.
can't hit the side of the fucking net right now, but gets really fucking good.
Well, we've already had discussions about Nips general managing.
Yeah, he's not bad. But that's so general managing. So like with you, Chris, you don't make many trades. I know I see you out there trying to make trades. A lot of people just don't seem to want to cooperate with making trades, right?
Yeah, or they want something stupid. Like
Well,
they give me McGillney and Blake for
I offered you
a
something.
guy.
Yeah, some guys don't know. Some guys are really. Are you talking about him?
Hold on.
He's the worst. He's the worst because you're like that guy who calls in on sports talk radio and proposes this ridiculous fucking trade. And you think the thing is,
It was
he
like-
gets people like Sammy Smith to fall for it and trade Rick. Like what
I
the
don't
fuck?
know, man? It was
man?
like it was something ridiculous.
It was
So you're like, I want McGillney and Blake. I'm like,
Oh,
no.
this is what it was. McGillney and Blake for my first round pick. And
The third pick.
Yeah.
No one wants
Get
Hall.
out of here.
No
No,
one
listen.
wants Hall.
So you could have had Charlotte.
Would you have taken Char? Who would you have taken if you had the second pick? Who would you have taken? You have so many forwards. Like how the fuck?
I would have taken Char.
You would have taken Char.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have
For
taken
my
Chemo.
team,
You wouldn't have taken Chemo.
no.
Okay. Interesting.
So McGillney
Yeah,
should,
just because I want somebody physical back there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's it. I don't need another
Yeah.
puck mover because
oh,
I have
listen,
Blake.
in 2002, talking about a couple of years, that's the year my team is the best.
Yeah.
Char is like a 5-speed. And he's
Five
what,
speed?
he's what he is.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of
He's
here.
God, yes. He's gonna be
Why
he's
is
gonna be
this like a
insane for that
tree?
year. So
Uh,
anyway,
5-speed jar.
I'm a couple years away because
Oh. so with that being said, where do you see your franchise in 5 years?
dude, I hopefully I'm in tier 2, man.
Okay.
I feel like if I get a tougher team and keep some speed, and tougher, I mean like get a couple checkers, which I don't have any. So I think Nordstrom actually gets better checking, and Doug Wake gets better checking. And
So what do you when you
And I drafted Brewer, who I haven't played,
Eric Brewer.
rookie, but
Yeah, yeah.
he actually does pretty well. He's fast as shit too.
I think speed evens out. I think speed is going to even out. So when you're saying you're looking for a checker, what attribute are you looking for specifically?
I don't
checking?
know what is
I don't know. I look
is-
at
is it
aggressiveness.
toughness?
I look at roughness.
Exactly.
I look at them all, but
Weight.
I don't know which one specifically it is. I don't think anybody really knows. what
Well, here's my
specifically it
thing.
is.
And then I feel like
I mean, you got Magnus telling us that B and C is a shot. I've never heard of B and C doing it. There's no combos
no,
in
that's
NHL
not-
95.
That's not right.
Okay, we got you, Magnus.
Hey,
Dude,
So-
no,
last year
that's
I
fucking
had
bullshit.
Sweeney and
Smoking
Johansson.
pot.
They couldn't knock anybody down.
Yes, it's the
This
worst.
year-
It's the worst.
I had Chara and McInnes, although they're not as fast this year, a little bit slower. Chara, I mean, if he's hitting someone, they're going down.
Yes, yeah,
100%.
which is good.
It's a nice thing to have.
Dude,
It definitely is.
I feel like speed is way overrated in the game. Like for some reason, if I have McGillney going for the puck in the corner and they have some scrub defenseman, that defenseman keeps up with me. Like,
Well, it's not even that. You speed gets you to that corner, but then the defenseman comes in and
It
checks
kills-
you to the
it
fucking
kills him.
boards.
yeah,
Because like next year, Sakic and Eisenman, both of their numbers go way up. So
Yeah.
they'll take that check in the corner
Yeah.
and come out, and I'll be able to score
See,
off.
that's
So
what
this
you
is
need,
funny with
man.
that because
You need-
I was, when you watch Autobahn play,
Dude,
that's a-
Shanahan,
doesn't
you
go
can't,
down.
dude, you can't hit Shanahan. You can't fucking hit him.
You
man.
can't knock him
team is
down.
like an all-star.
One, number two, every one of his slap shots.
Yes.
I mean,
Well, you look who's his defensemen shooting the puck are good defensemen to have shooting the puck.
Yeah.
so I used to think for a long time, like you needed a good roster, of course, but like skill is super important.
Mhm.
And I'm still thinking skill is important. I've been asking that question. the last
Yeah,
few
but
weeks.
you're saying you also think the
well,
players are really
I
important.
think the players are important, but I think like for us, tier 2, tier 3 players, players are important. For someone like Colin and Sean,
It's not.
it's less important. I
Why do you
hate to
think
say
that
it.
is though, man?
I
Like,
hate- I hate to
Why
say
do
their
you
it.
think that is?
style? They're not doing anything again. Like, what are they doing magically that makes them good players? I still haven't figured it out.
Like I watch Colin, for example.
It's just smooth. They look smooth when they play, and I'm like, I can't.
I
Like,
can't-
I'm fucking fiddling with like, where's the
Hmm.
fucking guy?
Like,
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know.
Do you remember last year's team? Colin played with this defenseman, Gary.
Davey or something
Davey.
like that. Yeah.
He made this guy look like Paul Cole.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean,
I agree, man.
skated through players, scoring goals.
Greg Adams. You made
Greg
Greg
Adams.
Adams look like a Hall of Famer.
So when I watched that, I'm like, is it players? Do you
He
think?
was unstoppable.
But then when I downgrade,
Until he ran into Sean.
but then when I personally downgrade a position,
It
like, shit,
hurts.
I need a player that
Yeah.
Yeah,
can take that hit.
yeah, I agree.
So I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know if they hit the buttons faster than we hit the buttons. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is.
I feel like there's a delay sometimes
Well, okay. Let's
in
let me just say this.
There
My
is.
chief complaint, I love this league, but my chief complaint is Canadian fucking internet. Canadian and Minnesotan internet fucking suck.
I agree. With
They
that.
suck. I can be using my host, and because you're in fucking Canada, your connection sucks balls. Like I'm telling you, and I've talked about this with a few people, like Sean, it's so frustrating when I play you, and in the rare chance I get a lead, literally the next face-off, I feel like your guys go that super fucking back and fast.
Yeah,
back
yeah,
and forth.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And you can't do shit about it.
Yeah.
It's just like, boop, 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 yeah, I scored. And again, I'm nothing against because you're a fantastic player, but I fucking hate Canadian internet and Minnesotan. You're not getting off mini hat trick. Your fucking host sucks balls too.
I don't know. I don't track it that enough. Like
I do.
I know.
I do.
I'm just like, it's fucking sucks because there's a delay. Pittsburgh internet's pretty good. I'll give them that.
Chris.
Yeah.
You're obviously a high member.
Yeah.
Out.
Thoughts? See,
Wait,
out.
high? I'm high?
High. Island Nav.
Oh,
Spinning,
high.
isn't it?
I am
Spinning.
high.
Invitational. What are your thoughts on this, on the invitational and also the crew?
The thoughts on the invitational. I'm biased, so I feel like it's the best NHL 95 tournament in the world. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. I think you do it really well, man. I think it's organized to a point where it's like a fine old machine. We know our rules. I think everybody who's new comes in, enjoys it, and always comes back. Like, I think that's the telltale sign of like the success of the tournament.
I agree.
And then again, just like everybody's pretty chilled out except for one guy over there.
Yeah. Well, everybody my thing is
honestly.
everybody participates, man.
Yeah.
97% of dudes contribute. Whether they bring a TV, whether they bring chairs, whether they bring something to eat, whether they're just fucking a good time. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a great day. It really is.
It is. It's fun. It's a lot of fun, man. Especially when there's weather.
Yeah. The other obvious difference is, how we play the game. It's auto goalie, 10-minute periods.
Yeah.
No line changes. Sorry.
That's how I grew up
No
playing.
line changes.
No penalties.
No penalties
Okay.
and no line changes.
Yeah, that's how I grew up playing. Like, that's how I would play. I didn't.
Fast.
Yeah.
Fast, dude.
I didn't go through line changes.
I don't-
hated it.
And 5-minute periods, dude. I don't think I ever played 5-minute periods because 5-minute periods were like.
Except for
it's,
crew.
it's hard.
No, I'm saying prior to
Yes.
being a grown up, when I was playing 95 when I was 16, we didn't play 5-minute periods. We always played 10-minute periods because we liked it being. It should be a half-hour time slot.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
quick.
Tickle was talked about, and when he exhibitioned under the high rules, he said there's something fun about playing defense without manual goal.
Yeah, of
And
course.
like, if you miss a check, you're like, fuck.
Yeah. There's a lot of pressure. Like,
Oh yeah,
defensively, it puts a lot of pressure on
you
you
can't
as
fall
a
back.
player.
on the manual.
Well, and that's the difference. I feel like,
Sure.
and what I've always been when I always defend manual is because I always say it makes you play the whole game because you have to play defense.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm learning more and more of when to use the goalie and when not to use the goalie right now. But being able to jump on the goalie does bail you out a lot. It does.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to throw that check and miss that check.
True.
Right? There's a lot, or get knocked off my skates, dead man, and he's got a fucking cross crease. You know what I mean? Like, being able to pick the goalie, like, that changes everything.
Yeah, I've learned to take the goalie out more too and defend that cross, although I'm still shitty at it. But like kind of poke check that, or just take the puck, like from that cross crease before they even get a shot off. So
I want to say
that way.
I do like the option of being able to pick the goalie when I read what's coming and I'm able to stop it. Of course, I do think, and that's why we're proposing it. Whether it's a change or not, that's why it's going to be a proposal. But I can play either way. Either way, I just feel like our way is all about offense. We're trying to fucking score. We're trying.
I think our way is all about offense for sure. But what you were saying a minute ago, like, you really have to be cognizant.
Yes, exactly.
That's why.
But I think that's why, because everybody's so hard on offense.
Well,
like, you're constantly getting attacked. So if you're not steady on your defense, you're fucked. You're fucked.
It goes back to your other question, which was like doubles versus a single. I think you had that in there.
Yep.
So, I think with the doubles, it's more lenient because you do have a guy that's back there that can defend, kind of like controlling a goalie a little bit.
Yes.
It's more competitive. because you'll get like somebody who gets hot. Like we've seen it actually the last 3 years with JP, man.
Yeah.
He's just gotten hot
Yeah.
with the team,
Oh, yeah.
like figured it out, and it's like run through everybody.
He's
Which
won
is
2 in a row.
yeah,
2.
Well, he's gotten Boston.
But he's
Boston,
won 2 in a row.
Yes, Boston is a top 5 team. And 2 years ago we got him last.
Mhm.
And last year, the fact that he even got him was fucking a bunch of stupid people not making sure they got him.
I don't
Like
think
this
that-
year, if I think I pick and JP hasn't picked, I might just take Boston just to take him because I know I can play with him.
Listen,
yeah.
I do not agree though.
What?
I don't think Boston top 5 team.
You know?
No.
Dude, are you serious? Their defense is probably the best defensive pairing, one of the best defensive pairings in the game.
Yeah.
I have Frady
Well,
and Bork.
I'll just go through it. I mean, are we taking out
You're putting Carvot in. You're putting Carvot in.
Detroit and Chicago off the board?
Yeah, they're off the
Yeah,
board.
yeah,
Oh,
So Rangers,
Rangers,
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
St. Louis.
No, I don't like St. Louis.
I don't like them either, man.
Yeah,
Calgary, I think.
I'm
Maybe.
no.
They're close. They're close. Yeah. Yeah, but
That's how you change your mind.
well, I'm going through the teams.
And you just realize Klein and High Chalk are right.
I mean, Calgary defensively is they're not good.
No, Calgary's not.
Wait, McKinnis and Zalewski weren't that bad. They're okay.
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
Yes, it is.
I don't think they're
100%. That's their defense.
No, I feel like their defense is weak.
It's McKinnis.
But also, I don't. For me, Calgary doesn't have enough speed, even with Fleury. And Fleury, I'm not a fan of Calgary. I'm not a fan of Calgary.
So back to the high for a minute. Rank your top 5 high players.
And don't say back to the high. This is the fucking high right here. There's no back to the high.
man.
There is only high. That's it.
True, he's right.
Fuckers.
Top 5.
And beyond,
I mean, so right now, here's how I'd probably rank.
like recent.
Yeah, here's how I'd rank.
Reason. What do you know? History?
You got to go JP with being back to back.
Yes.
Kleiner winning the doubles. I go.
Drop the old man. Do you drop the old man?
I don't think Dave's there, man. I think
He was in the championship last year.
he lost.
He lost. He did.
He should have lost to me. He should have lost to me. He scored with 32 seconds left to beat me.
Just give your top 5, whatever you think.
Yeah. Your
No.
professional opinion.
No influence.
No, I go Dave.
JP, Mike, Dave,
Yeah, and I go the Wolf
4.
and probably myself.
Ron.
I'm
I
just trying to
actually,
think of who.
honestly, I agree with your top 4. If I'm being honest, for me, 5 is interchangeable between you and Keely. Because Keely's there. He's
He's got 3 championships.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
I-
I mean,
I can't. If
Tom's
I'm
number 1.
ranking them.
but I mean, Tom has deep finishes every year.
Tom can play,
Yeah.
and he does have deep finishes. He
He's got
finished. I think he's
3
top. I think he's got top 5 finishes the last 3 years.
He's got.
I think he's
plenty of
got top
doubles,
5
though,
finishes.
man.
But he also gets stellar teams.
He does.
Stellar teams.
He's dude. Between him and Bob, they both average top 5 pick
Yeah.
every
So
year.
look at my average pick. I'm
No.
13.
Yeah, exactly. And I give your 3 championships weight. So no matter what, I'm putting you, dude. You're one, but outside of me, Dave, and JP, you're the only other person that's won in singles. So
Yep.
that right there, and you've won 2 doubles,
True.
one with me, but also the only one that's been won without me. So
That's also true.
that's you too. So
With fucking Florida.
that's why I put you. Yeah, exactly. So I put you.
He's 5, 4, 5. I mean,
I put him ahead of you.
See,
Take it easy.
I put him ahead of you because
yeah.
Well,
you won with me,
no,
right?
I don't think he's answering that thinking doubles. We're talking about singles.
I'm no. I'm taking the whole
Like all
thing.
encompassing.
See, you guys like to discount. These fuckers like to discount the KK. No, it's you. It's him. He does not remember after the tournament this year. He sat out back and said he didn't like the KKC,
I did say-
right?
Why?
So you discount my wins, so you
Yeah.
don't respect them.
Listen, here's what I said.
And by the way, I have 2 singles.
The double-
Never mind my 7 doubles.
Who'd you win your second singles against?
You. Yeah, but I 25 to 10. I
Yeah,
outscored
that
you
was
in
not-
2 games.
Dude,
You don't want to talk about
it
that.
was not competitive.
You don't want to talk about
Oh,
that.
second game was competitive.
No, it was
No,
still like
First game was a blowout.
the second game was like 12-8.
No, it was not.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, we got to look this up.
It was.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like 12-8.
He scored
I beat you
25 goals on-
13-2 in the first game or something like that. 12-2.
Yeah. It
Well,
was
12-8's not like massacre.
12-8. I scored 12 goals on you.
It's 12-8.
This fucking guy.
it was the biggest goal differential in the final.
Yes, ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Right, so do you agree with Chris?
What?
Top 5.
No, my top 5.
Yeah.
I'll out of respect, I'll put Dave 1. I'm fine with that because he still has 3. JP is 3. Then I'll put JP 2.
No, GP is 2. GP is 3.
JP is 3.
That's right.
Him and
Yes.
Dave are tied. So then I'll put me. Then I'll put Chris. And then I'll let you and Keely battle it out for the 5th spot.
Jesus.
Sure.
Why? You have 1 championship.
Kelly's never played.
You and Keely.
He's never played in the final.
He's been 3rd. Did he
Yeah.
finish 3rd?
I finished 3rd. And
You
two.
played in the final and it's smoked.
I
It's
finished
either
2.
not. It's either finish 3rd or play in the final and smoked.
Listen,
You touched his cheek,
My
so
last-
that might put you ahead of
that's true.
him.
David Lester
great.
plays 4th.
You placed 4th,
Yeah.
Were you
but
really?
dude,
Yes.
if
I
that's
don't
the
even know.
thing.
Where did I finish? I don't even
5th.
remember.
I think you were 5th.
Was I?
But I don't think it matters for you anymore because there's only one number that matters for you. Yes.
Yes.
So who cares? 2nd, 3rd, 4th.
But either way,
Nut up and win.
we all agree that our top 5 is what it is.
Yes.
Yes.
So take those. So no. Let's break this apart a little more.
All right.
Take those top 5 and just give me what you think their success in the W should be. What it should be.
Well,
What it should be. Not what he thinks it is, what he thinks it's going to be. What it should be. Based
Okay.
off, yeah.
Dave's not in the W.
No, put him in it, though. I'm saying put him in it.
It's an interesting question because I actually think Dave, because of his style already being somewhat like,
He'll catch people off guard, dude.
I just think,
But I think in
Dave,
season 2, he gets worn down and he fucking freaks out.
I think Dave honestly would be the most successful person out of
I
high
don't
in
see
the
it.
W.
I don't.
I'm gonna tell you why. He's
Listen.
a good manual goalie. He already does the flip stuff.
He does.
Better
He
than
does.
him.
No, I'm not.
That's not the end all be all.
No,
man.
but
That's,
he-
that's
But
stop.
he's also a very good goal scorer. Dave.
He gets. Oh, he's a fighter, dude. Too. He comes back. He gets down. I'd love to see him play Colin or Sean. I think it would be fucking
So
fantastic.
for me, if I'm gonna answer the question, for me, Dave would be 1, out of high in the W. I mean, I guess you would be 2. JP would probably be 3.
What did he do when he played?
Well, I
When he
know.
played
Listen,
in the he
he had a
had
bad team.
yeah.
But still,
and it's so JP's problem is like all of us. I mean, but no, I give you credit because you take it. Like he don't like to lose, so when he would lose
Yeah.
somebody, he freaks out
yes.
and he can't handle it. And I think he
Oh,
would make. I think he would make it so that Caitlin would know that
Miserable,
he's
right?
losing. So it's enough.
So
You're done.
actually, well, I think if I'm being
Dude.
honest, JP would probably be 3. I'm 4. Chris 5.
Okay.
That's my.
There's Dan fall in there. He's amazing.
Oh shit!
Dan, dude, Dan's the highest Dan's finished is 4th. And last year I thought I think he might have finished after you 6th because you
Yeah.
eliminated him.
That's
I
true.
have to put Dan in front of me for the W. That was
Yeah.
The,
Oh, for the W?
Yeah.
that was the question.
I
The question was,
in front of you.
High
Okay, yeah,
point.
yeah,
so
yeah.
then Dan would be 4. I would be 5.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say Dan's not in front of me.
I agree.
Yeah, that would be my top 5.
Yeah, okay.
Chris would be 6.
I'm good with that.
Yeah,
I'm good with that answer. Yeah.
All
right.
guys.
So
Take
we
this
talked
more
about
seriously.
doubles.
Yeah, we talked about doubles. Give us your. All right, so thinking of all the time. I don't care if it's a tournament or not.
Oh man.
The anything you can remember 3. If you can even remember 3 of anything that the 3 of us hanging out. Any stories of the 3 of us hanging
Yeah. All right. So I wrote fucking notes for this one.
out? Nice.
Um,
He does his homework, Nips. He does his homework.
yeah, fuck you, Nips. It's got to be the Eagles Super Bowl run, right?
Oh, yeah.
So,
That's great.
I loved that whole fucking time, man. Like we all got together as a group and like pretty much watched every single minute of that season,
Yes, we did.
start to finish. I think there was like here and there, a couple weeks where somebody
The
was
2 weeks,
missing.
it was 2 weeks, the San Diego game, and whatever the game was after that, the 2 weeks after Wentz got hurt, they're the only 2 weeks we didn't watch together.
Yeah.
He got hurt in the Rams game, and we watched that we all watched that together.
Yeah.
And then they went to San Diego, and then I can't remember, was it the Raiders? It might have been the Raiders. Whatever the next two games were,
Yeah, I think you're right.
we did not watch together. But then after they won those, we were like, let's get back together.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that kind of is like a culmination of like everything. Probably that run. You guys, your doubles championship, just seeing you win a championship was interesting.
a long time ago.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
In the ancient times.
For Klein, like individual, I looked at this like individually.
Okay,
so
okay.
I was like, Klein, definitely the PSU and the snow game that we attended, which was ridiculous.
That was versus Northwestern. Yep. Back, I think that was Hackenberg's second year.
Yeah. Mushrooms at Gettysburg.
That's a recent one.
Yeah, I don't remember much of it. That was a good.
That was a good one.
So I had Super Bowl run between you guys, and then
The Super Bowl.
epic Flyers. Yeah, like in the garage, watching Flyers with you in the garage is, going through your predictions and
his bullshit
But
gyrations.
Chris, you're forgetting one big one.
Well, I don't remember that.
I'm going to tell you one.
Go ahead.
We're in Klein's house. I eliminate you from the high tournament,
Which year?
and you go to give me a hug. Goodbye.
What year was this? Oh
And
yeah.
your jacket got hooked on a wheelchair.
I don't know if it's my jacket.
You remember this?
Yeah.
And we went for a ride.
Yes. Chris
I
fucking took control of Ed's wheelchair,
Dude.
and then went fucking moving.
Dude, I totally forgot about that.
Oh, dude, everybody talks about that shit, dude. Everybody brings that shit up. It was fucking
It
hilarious.
was like a good. It was a good spirit moment, man. I
Oh, it
feel
was
like
funny as
everyone was
fuck.
like, "That was funny as shit."
He was so
drunk or something.
all of a sudden, and you left. You split after
Oh
that.
yeah. I was
Well,
not.
you were leaving anyway.
Wait, but I think he came
Yeah,
back like an hour later with Chinese food or something.
No, I came back with food.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got like hoagies or something.
Yeah, you
maybe,
came back. You
whatever.
walked in with a brown bag. I'm like, you're back?
Yeah.
We were still playing. We were still playing.
I was hungry.
So that, for me, when I think of hot chocolate, I think of that memory.
You think about what?
That memory.
Oh no.
That's
My memory of hot dog? Holy fuck. This fucking guy over here's 40th birthday party. Holy fuck.
That's correct.
He threw himself a birthday party. We go to his house.
Yes.
He's married. Your kid, did you only have two? I think you only had two kids.
Yeah.
I don't know if
No.
you had all three.
Yeah. all three.
Okay, so but they were young. They were much younger.
Yeah.
So
5 years ago.
we show up there.
Yeah.
I think the party started at 4. It was bad weather, so there was tents out and shit like that. We still hung out back. I think Penn State was playing.
Penn State was playing a TV setup. outside
Yeah, there's a
on the
TV
fire.
out back, so we're watching. But I show up at like 4:30. I think it started at 4. Chris was already fucking drunk.
Yeah.
Drunk. He was fucking drunk. And then I got a bottle of moonshine of this fucking like apple pie
It
moonshine.
wasn't just one bottle. There were several.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, but this
yeah.
dude, he took the bottle of apple pie moonshine and walked around the party like a big man, fucking throwing it back. And then we stood in a circle, and I think we passed a couple bottles around. And then next thing we know is he's fucking hugging the toilet.
Oh yeah.
It's probably 5:30 in the afternoon. It's not even dark yet.
That's how you
He's
do
in
it, boys.
at his 40th birthday, hugging the toilet.
You,
So our buddy Carbon, who plays in the tournament, he wears the panties usually. He fucking goes inside with the plan to go up and get a picture of Chris where he's at. So he walks in the house, and Chris's wife is not having it. She's like, no. Rachel's like, no, you're not doing this. And he says something like, almost like this is the greater good, is me taking this picture. And he almost like pushes by Rachel, and Chris is in the bathroom on the floor. I'll never
Did he get
forget.
a
Mike,
picture?
yeah.
Did he?
He took a
I've never seen
selfie
that.
of himself.
Oh, I gotta get
Chris
that.
is
from him.
curled up in the fetal position, and Carmy's taking a picture
I
of
gotta.
himself.
I gotta get that.
That was, dude, I will never forget that. But we've had plenty of memories, dude, but I'll never forget that. That was funny as
That's
fuck.
how you do 40, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that was drunk.
That's
Yeah.
it, do 40.
There was also some shit that Bernie put in my.
Oh yeah, dude, I forgot
Dropping
about
that-
that. The tincture.
He dropped.
That was one of the first times I had a tincture.
Yeah, he dropped a lot.
Yeah, because you
into
know
my
what?
Beer.
I actually tripped
That's
at your
what
house.
Fucked me
Yeah.
up, dude.
That I know. I forgot about that. So that the first two times
Yeah.
he put a tincture in my drink.
What?
I fell at Dave's house. Remember, Dave had that one. It might have been
Hmm.
he had a party. Remember, he had a party there one time. And
Yeah.
we were all fucking partying. And
Yeah.
I went out front to do something, and I tripped off the front step. And I remember, and Bernie had put a huge drop of that shit into my beer,
Yeah.
which you don't even know, and you just fucking drink it.
Yeah.
And then, like you
Yeah.
said, at your house,
Right.
I think that might be the first time I had it, and I was like,
You
dude, this
tripped?
is
You
good.
fell down?
No, you just feel you're hot.
I was
You're hot.
out of my mind.
Yeah. It's like fucking really nice.
I couldn't speak, man. I was like,
Yeah.
Nah.
But now, see, I use that stuff to go to sleep sometimes.
No,
Like
it's
Sunday
good.
nights, I put
So
some.
you
under
can't
my
put like
pillow.
an entire dropper full
no,
on
no,
top
no,
of drinking
no,
moonshine.
yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
That's not good.
But I still hear about that shit.
Of course. And you should.
That's how legends roll, bro.
All right, so we're going to move on now to just a part of the podcast where we talk about all different kinds of things related to this W
Yeah.
thing we're involved with. So
Give an update as to where we stand.
season 5, where we are. So a couple of us, Magnus and myself in particular, have played a shitload of games. I'm kind of
What the fuck?
I'm pulling back a bit and let some people catch up.
Dude, is there a raccoon out there? Do you hear the dog?
Yeah, my dogs are going crazy. But the seasons, actually, we got some. I saw Caden play today, which I'm real happy about. I know Timmons for Comic Book Font is coming on to this scene very soon. I'm excited to see what her team looks like. And let me think what else in terms of the season.
Fucking tier 4 players better start fucking playing.
Well,
That's terrible coming from me.
yes, tier 4 is coming. They're coming. I'm confident of that. I think what threw some of them off is that the season wasn't supposed to start until about now. That's
I
true.
don't care, man. You gotta read your stuff, dude.
So
You
Magnus,
grab me a beer. While you're up.
so, but listen, we're
stop. Good.
yeah, the whiskey.
Grab me.
Oh, it is?
So but the season's it's plugging along. I do have some comments about some teams have been impressing me big time.
Where's that?
It's in the box, like right in front of your face.
So one team that I do want to call out as super impressive, and also the streams are phenomenal, is Unholy Grill. I love what he's doing
What did he
on
do?
his,
I don't even remember what he
on
did.
his streams. Oh, great.
Oh, his streams. Have you seen his streams?
No.
He's top notch, man. He edits his graphics, so Yager is actually wearing the team's uniform. It's sick, dude. Go on his stream.
Yeah,
It's
check it
and he's got
out. Oh,
Brodor in his team uniform.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking sick. He's edited it all to look like that.
But
He
it's-
does commercials. He has all kinds of shit.
the fuck?
Yeah, dude, it's sick.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude.
Alright.
He's A1. A1 on Holy. A1.
Unholy
You
streams
guys
are
are gonna show
phenomenal.
me how to do it.
But listen, but also his gameplay is just ridiculous.
Yeah. So my question about that, because I just played him last night.
Hmm.
Where the fuck did Brendan Morrison come from, and why did he score 10 goals on me last night? Seriously,
Listen, watching.
Brendan Morrison is a rookie he drafted, and he was better than Iserman and Sackett for 2 games last night. I didn't know what the fuck was happening. Morrison's shooting from everywhere on the ice, and it's scoring on Hobby Bull, and I'm like, what the? Did he
Yeah.
draft Bure?
Listen, I call
Wish I had that
Unholy.
accuracy.
Like fuck,
out. I call him out specifically because
Tito.
the usual suspects are good. I mean, Sean Bell, Ticklefus, Colin.
Oh, he's playing great. He's
They're
playing great.
all- but
Is he
his,
he's undefeated?
No, he's not.
he's lost a couple of
He
games.
beat me 2 games on last night. I still got 3 more with him. Yeah,
But-
I will split. We'll go
He's not-
500. I'm coming for you,
He's
bitch.
not undefeated, but
He's playing well.
he's
He's playing
playing
real
really
well.
good.
Did we have 2 undefeated teams?
No, nobody's undefeated.
I
Everybody's
thought we
lost.
did. I thought we had like
No, everybody's lost.
20 and okay.
I just like,
That's
The-
how much I paid.
I don't want to say, it, like when he's coming into the zone, you just don't know what he's going to do. You know, like Chris was saying, he used to be like heavy carry the puck.
Yeah,
And now he's starting to mix it up. with his game, like I watched him cross the line and just dump it into the opposing corner. I'm like, I would never.
Well, not even that. He wasn't controlling the puck with Yager. So then all of a sudden Yager got the puck, and I'm like, oh fuck, Yager. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
all of a sudden Morrison's scoring 2 goals on me, and I'm like, shit, I got to worry about Morrison. But then, oh the fuck, Yager's wide open in the middle of the ice.
There's another team I want to call out.
He didn't use Yager that much last year, if I recall. He didn't score a lot.
I don't know what Yager's numbers
I
were.
don't think they were that good.
I don't know if I'm always a top offensive scorer, which he can be.
No, I think he is.
He can
This
be.
season, I think.
But in the past, I'm saying I don't know where he's been in
His pass has been
offense.
solid this season.
Top 10? Is he top 10 usually? I don't know.
I don't know because last season,
Scoring?
Scoring.
I don't
last
think so.
season was the first season where I think he made a name for himself, right? And he got swept in the playoffs.
Mhm.
He hasn't won a playoff game, which is crazy. He's not won
I know.
a playoff game.
I know.
But
It's a big year for him.
Yeah.
Some
It's a
people
big year.
just aren't good and under
Well,
pressure.
some people, dude. Also, I think there's matchups. I think somebody, if he's
Oh,
always playing
that's
as if he's always playing as a low seed, you're not home, and you're always playing one of the high seeds, so you're fucked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're always playing Nips or Puss or Sean or LHX,
Nips and puss.
you know what I
Fuck
mean?
those guys.
Yeah,
so
fuck them
another
fuckers.
comment about his game. I'm going to bring Segaton's game into it too. When I'm watching Segaton play and also Unholy, I'm thinking, what would I do right now? And what they do, I wouldn't think to do.
I don't think they're comparable.
Listen,
I don't think they're comparable because I think Nick, his strength is his goaltending. So he's to
Nick
me.
does unusual things.
Well, he's just methodical. He's
I just
methodical.
think like
He comes up to the blue line and he stops and he waits till you set and he's waiting for the AI to do its shit.
I watched this series with Nichols, the whole series.
Don't base anything on Nipples. Nipples
No,
team
no,
sucks.
but he was doing shit, Nick. It was unusual offensively.
Nipples kicked my
Listen,
ass.
Unusual? Was he fucked up?
No.
What's unusual?
Unusual, effective.
Like
Unusual.
what?
Like
What, like cycle the puck down
Yeah.
low?
What?
no, like that, yes, but also like dumping the puck in not the corner that he's on, but like the
Cross
other
crease?
corner
To who?
to a player,
Okay.
and then like gathering.
He's not having a great season, so I'm just trying to.
Segathon?
Yeah,
I don't know what season he's at.
he's probably in third in that division.
Take a look. I think he's
He's
Having
in third in
bears-
that division.
having
Puss
bears-
and Sean are in first and second.
oh, that's a tough to do.
Makes
Right?
sense.
Well, he's in
Anyway,
third. That puts him
I
in
mean,
third.
you have to beat
so
those
I'm
guys.
impressed with Segathon and impressed with Unholy. But for you guys, what do you think? Season 5 so far.
Go ahead, Chris. You go.
Chris, who's sticking out?
I mean, I haven't played that many games,
Yeah.
but
10.
10? Is it 10? I'm
You're
surprised.
4 and 6, bitch.
I'm surprised. I was 0-4 the other day. I played
Yeah, you were playing
2
well.
Pittsburgh teams
Well,
back to back,
again, so that's.
and I got like smoked 2 games, but then 2 games that were close.
I think that's the shit you have. I think that's the shit
sucks.
you
Yeah, I
have to
mean-
control. Don't play
I agree.
too many tough teams in a row.
I mean, I
Don't let
did.
yourself get caught up.
Then
in
you
losing
wanted
shit.
to play, and I'm like, no, I'm not going out.
Of course, I wanted to play. I saw you were losing, so I'm like, I'm gonna fucking
I'm like,
Come
every,
here!
every day since he's hit me. I'm
yeah.
like,
I'm like, I see you.
no, man, play. I'm like, no, I want somebody easy, dude.
So Nichols, Puss,
Nips, puss,
Yeah.
yeah. Um,
Who else?
you know what? G-Lock has improved
Immensely.
1,000%.
Immensely.
So he's
Immensely.
probably my early season pick for, like most improved is
Yeah.
G-Lock. G-Lock's fucking goalie play has been. It surprised the shit out of me, actually.
I saw G-Lex goalie play coming on strong last season, and I was talking about it. But I think he's using Bure. Ridiculous. Bure's
Different, yeah. It was a different team this year. I was
I
like,
just don't know if there's a bad way to use Burex.
surprised me.
that's true.
You know what I mean? He's
I played
so
him.
accurate. Like that's what I learned with Sean last year is like Bure is just his passing is phenomenal. Everything he does is the best that can be done in the
He's
game.
tough to knock down.
Yeah, like that's I'm saying he's he's a 6 in every category.
Yeah,
Like he's the
yeah.
best you can be.
Yeah, McKinley should be like that, but
Well,
he's not. He's a fucking
I see
pussy.
some of that with Fedorov with Segathon.
Yes,
He doesn't go down.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
So
I'm
I
not
hate
really.
those players,
I was
man.
joking.
I honestly like Sack. I fucking hate playing against them. I know I'm like, gonna give up that fucking.
Well,
bullshit goal.
you should be able to push them around this year because they're the lowest their
I'm just
number.
telling you, like,
How about you, season 5 updates?
bring some more.
What stood out to me for season 5?
So far.
A lot of the evenness. A lot of guys have losses. A lot of guys are piling up some losses, which makes me feel not as bad about my down season. So
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a fight for those playoff spots. And to be honest with you, I'd gladly fight for Martin St. Louis. I have no problem with that.
I agree with you. 6, 7, 6, 7.
6 through
Eight.
10. 6 through 10.
That's going to be a battle.
Yeah, 6 through 10
Yeah.
is going to be a battle. Yes.
And then for the play-ins is 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, yeah.
No. 6,
7
8,
plays
9.
10.
7
8 plays 9.
Yeah. All right.
That's going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be all teams that are very equal, and anyone can win.
I agree. All right, so a lot of evenness is what you're saying.
Yes, I see a lot of
parity in the
evenness.
league.
I haven't, and if I
This
was
is
looking at
probably
the
the
stats,
first year though that I think there's
it's
a lot
been
of parity.
well. I think each year it's gotten more even.
Yeah,
It's-
I
I think
agree.
Magnus has figured out the division thing. Like I know there was a lot of discussion of that today, but
Yeah, the English.
I like the tiers. I like the divisions. Do I miss beating up on teams? Of course, I'm sure.
Yeah, it makes you feel good.
Of course, it makes me feel good. I understand the tier ones guys being like we're playing tier 1 60% of the time, but it is what it is. You guys are tier 1, so I don't know. I think everything's working pretty good. I think Puss agreed. I think he said everything seems to be working well. So I got no problem with just keeping it the way it is. We do not have to make changes every year.
I agree.
We don't.
I agree.
I think we've learned.
We need to have
Seriously, I think we've learned from high.
Yeah. Consistency.
You don't. What works best is having it be the same because then nobody can cry
Right.
that something's not the same.
Just setting.
You know what I mean?
Setting the expectations up front and just sticking to your
Yes.
guns as far as like
Yes.
settings and like how leagues play. It actually does transfer well over time. You know, like
I completely agree.
I don't see doing it any other way because then you fuck up, people's championships if you start changing rules.
Yes.
And how things,
But also,
it takes away from it.
it really is like just awesome. Like it doesn't need to be changed because it's just great.
I don't think it needs to be changed right now. I don't
That's what
think it
I'm saying.
needs to be changed. And I think
No one's complaining. Is someone complaining?
No,
No,
It's
it's
really
just-
complaining.
no,
right?
I don't think anybody's complaining, but it's just I think the issue is we should. I think the bigger issue is we need to stay at 32 and we need to vet teams.
Yeah, that's
True.
been-
I think
agree.
that's the biggest thing. I
I
think
agree.
that's the adjustment that needs to be made. If you want to listen to me or not, Magnus, I'm just saying I think we all agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you cap it at 32, and then I think this was Puss's idea. So if you get a year where we're at 32 and you have 3 teams come in and they're
Mhm.
like, hey, we would like to play in the league, well, then you make them play a season themselves. And if they hang out for a whole 3 months and they're still around and they've played 50 games against each other, well, then
Yeah.
obviously they're interested and we take them seriously. But
That's a good point.
I don't think we want to take it just anybody seriously. I think I think what you have here is something that's elite. So you want to keep it elite
Yeah.
by not letting people come in who are not elite and not letting people who come in who have no interest, right? Like they don't have interest.
saying
Elite. I'm
Elite.
saying elite because there's 3 letters in that name. Elite. There's 3 letters in there. ELI. Like should not be a part of what we're trying to accomplish. ELI does not fit into elite in this league anyway.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, so
Well, it's
Eli the Wolf.
I guess
I
we're
get it.
gonna-
I get it.
like most people that are going to listen to this, we love this thing and we think it's great. We don't need to change it. Before we move on to the next part of this, I got to bring up something.
Ah.
And,
Woo! Let's hear it.
Oh boy.
I wish I had a graphic come up on the screen and be like, "This is grievance. Like this is
my
where we bring up our
God.
grievances. Fight it out."
So
Stretch.
I'm
Let me
playing-
stretch a little bit.
I'm playing my good friend here, Einstein, in a season game.
Dude.
This is between you two.
We're going to have very competitive games. It's a 3-3 tie game. Late second period. The game disconnects. Einstein, my very good friend, disconnects. So of course I pause the game. And I tell
All right,
him,
go ahead, man.
so
Get it out.
I'm telling the story.
Okay.
So I'm in the offensive zone on the Celtics.
This is great.
So I tell him, reconnect. So of course he reconnects. And when I unpause the game, like a gentleman that I am, I retreat out of the zone. To like ice it and get a stoppage so we can regroup, right? Because I'm in the offensive zone. I don't want to catch this guy flat-footed. It's a
Okay.
pretty etiquette thing to do.
Oh,
So
that's
as I'm
on your side.
retreating, he proceeds to push me off the puck, come down there and score. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened? So I pause the game in bewilderment.
Bewilderment. All right, now stop right there. Pause.
Pause.
Now
Oh my
you
God.
up to that same point he just told. I
Yeah.
want you to tell your side. of the story.
Okay. We're playing. It's competitive. The game disconnects. I go back. I connect. We start playing again. There's action. There's hockey. There's a hockey move, right? There's a fucking hockey move made. I figured Chels, he's ready to go, man. I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Let's play. I win the puck. I go and I score, and I go up 4-3. And I ended up winning that game. What was the score?
6-4.
6-4.
So
Okay.
he scored two
So
more
all
goals.
right. So let me.
How was this chance?
So let's just.
This is Shannon?
Yeah.
This is Shannon? Don't ever say
I don't
that
even
word
know
again.
what that means. First
That's
of all,
like Disney World.
even if it,
I
even
don't
if
care
you're
if you're
taken
just
off
Shannon.
guard,
It's
I'm
not a
like,
manly word to use.
dude, I'm like a boxer, right? I'm ready to play at all times.
Yeah.
So if I'm connecting back in, let's just play.
Okay, so let's
So,
hold on. Go.
So let
go.
me hear your take on that.
My take is,
Yeah.
to be honest with you, anytime I've had a disconnect, where we've come back into the game and we've been able to do that, either if I get the puck, I just try to shoot it out. If play starts up, I either take the puck and I try to shoot it out, or I'm not expecting my opponent to do anything. They can do whatever they want.
Okay.
So
That's
I'm
fine.
saying I'm actually on your side because I don't think there is I don't think there's any rules anywhere
Right.
to say
Is there
how this
etiquette?
is supposed to be.
Is-
Of course, there's some kind of
Is
etiquette.
there etiquette there?
Mike, you're not expecting your opponent. So you're telling me
I can't. I don't. I'm always.
after a disconnect, your opponent is in the offensive zone and they comes back in and they just score,
I'm gonna be pissed.
I mean,
which I was.
Yes, of course.
So I think
I'm not
it's a-
saying I'm not saying I want to be pissed, but I'm saying
So
I
Chris,
understand
actually-
his side.
it's a discussion that we throw out there in the podcast because I wonder if that should be something that
What is etiquette?
I did like honestly. It's really. I don't think it's ever happened.
really.
It's
So
never
that's
happened.
probably why.
It's never happened
You've
where
never
I
had a disconnecting game.
disconnect. It's all either crapped out entirely. We have to start over, which happened. Somebody
So
Yeah,
I'm
with,
curious.
happened with Puss. I had to play like an entire fucking another game. We're in the third. It was 1-0 Puss, and game crapped out. We had to start over. He beats me 2-1 the next game, and I said I told him I had him that game. So whatever.
So I'm
What do you do?
I'm gonna be curious to hear people's thoughts on this. I think, and
So you want some kind of etiquette written? Is that what you want?
Like a rule? If the game,
Are you saying you want Magnus to like come down from above and be
game
like,
is connected?
this is how we handle disconnects. This is the rule for the W. Is that what you want?
What I'd like to hear is definitely Magnus's thoughts.
Okay.
As the,
I'm sure he'll give them to us if he watches. I'm sure he'll
but
give
I
them
also
to
want
us.
to hear other people's too. Anyway, that's all. We'll put it out there.
What was the score of the first game?
Oh, that was the
I
second
know,
game.
that was the first game,
That was the first game.
What was the score of the second game?
3-1.
3-0.
Oh, you didn't score.
3-0.
You didn't
Actually,
score.
You are correct. The first game was 3-0.
It was 3-0.
The second game.
So he swept you.
The second game was his.
Sugar Valley swept Highland.
We have 6 games.
Hey guys, update. Sugar Valley swept Highland.
Not true. We have 6 games.
Oh, you have 6.
Yeah.
So on that
And
note,
and the next day, you're like, my Chalks play is better, and I was like, don't say that. And then it was like Puss, and then
I know.
and then like Nips was like, let's play, man. I'm like, all right, fuck.
and then you
Asshole.
lost the
Yeah, I got
bet.
smoked.
guys.
I'm like, you dick.
Those guys take advantage. Don't let them touch your asshole.
No,
All right.
I had 2 competitive games from those guys, and I got blown out.
Yeah, that's.
but I will say this. You were doing some different things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course, you
Absolutely.
have to adapt,
Yeah.
man. You have
So-
to adapt. Like
Yeah.
my goalie play can't get any worse.
Oh, one last thing I want to bring up before we get into this,
Oh, man.
this last part. It's maybe an etiquette thing, I don't know. But it's something I brought up earlier. If you're losing to a team,
Oh,
5-0, 6-0, maybe 7-0, and after the game, the person says, "Good game to you." My thinking is like, fuck off, man. Like, I don't want to hear a good game. I lost 6-0.
I mean,
You know?
listen,
well, guess what? Most of the tier 1 guys don't deal with that shit, so they don't give a fuck. they're gonna throw it.
said, like I said, we were talking about this earlier, and I was like, I definitely said that to Jeff.
In pissed off mode. you
In
mean.
pissed off mode. Like, I think I said that to Puss, actually. I was like, fuck off, man. You fucking killed me, you jerk.
I just think if someone loses 6-0, and maybe I'm wrong, they don't want to hear a good game.
Yeah, whatever the etiquette.
I could be wrong. Just putting it out there.
That's nice. I don't even like doing the good game or good luck before the game. Like, go fuck yourself. But honestly,
I'm gonna kick your ass.
no. I mean, if you're competitive, like,
But that's,
you talk about like
that's high stuff.
the
That
ultimate
is high. stuff.
competitors, like Jordan would step on
Well,
your throat, right?
Well, I think
And
the
fucking kill you.
it's funny to hear
Fuck
because
off.
the Pittsburgh guys would say that they're like the Minnesota guys all support each other, the Waterloo guys all support each other, and then the Highland guys are all like, "Fuck,
Fuck
you."
you.
I'm not-
Yeah. Fuck you, man.
Listen, the Pittsburgh guys, last week, they were,
They're Highland guys.
no, that's not what I was gonna say.
Jesus.
They were sucking each other off last week.
Yes.
Whoa.
Well, Nip saying Puss is the greatest player on fucking green
Oh,
earth
wait
or
a
whatever the
second,
fuck.
dude.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't agree with
Yes, they
that.
were.
Ah,
They get that way though. When you're married to the same chick, that's what happens.
whoa.
They
Really?
were.
You know they're married to twins.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You
You need to listen to our pods.
No, I
What is this shit?
dude, I didn't get into that shit with it. No, I don't.
Yeah.
No.
We
Really?
talk sex. We talk sex on this shit.
So the
Wait. Did you guys ask the question?
Yeah, they grew up. They grew up as best
you
friends.
asked the question.
Which is what?
Who? No. I didn't. I wouldn't ask that question. If they
Why
never been
not?
together, no.
What's the question?
Swapping?
Yeah, no.
No, actually, Puss said,
Come on.
although they're twins,
They're very
I
different.
I know Puss thinks about that
they
shit.
don't look alike.
Yeah, Nips probably doesn't think
Nip
about much.
is like that.
Oh, so why I brought them up is they support each other, the Pittsburgh guys.
When it comes
I
down to it,
think
they
it's
do.
just
Yeah.
high. We're just dicks.
Philadelphia.
Dude, it's
Come
cutthroat,
on.
man.
We're kind of ruthless.
Come
people.
on. I really don't
Yeah.
give a fuck if you win. I just want to win.
Yes.
I don't care.
This is true. Although, you know what? Like, we'll go out of our way to help each other out, regardless of anything.
Oh
That's true.
yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
We'll do,
Yeah.
we'll be like, fuck you. Fine,
But, dude,
I'll be
it
there
doesn't-
tomorrow.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if it's a fucking.
Yeah, it really does.
It doesn't.
Is that a moth?
No, it's a spider right there. It doesn't matter if it's a fucking
It's like
night.
shit.
It doesn't matter if it's a random night in fucking April, right? If we're playing hockey and there's a bunch of us around, it's gonna be competitive as fuck.
Yeah, true.
And nobody wants to lose.
Yeah.
No,
It's just the way it is.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
I hate it.
the intention is to make the other person cry.
I mean,
That is Highland.
I
That is
do have a
Highland.
rage quit underneath my belt right here.
Yeah, that dude. If you guys have never seen Rage Quits, Highland has quite a few Rage Quits.
Yeah.
It gets under your skin. Like, and I'm not talking about like it's nothing anybody else is doing to you. It's just you get so fucking you want to win so bad.
Yeah.
Almost like there I can tell you there was a year, the one year I think I got eliminated
Early?
It was not, I'm never eliminated early, but I might have finished like 6th or 7th.
Yeah.
And I remember
Oh,
that's dude, that's bad for me, 6th or 7th. I remember just feeling like I stood up out of my chair.
Yeah.
I
It's like-
shook whoever's hand. It might have been was it you who eliminated
I
me?
think it's
3 years.
And I
ago.
just remember this rush of like you
And-
feel all that fucking anxiety,
Yeah.
all that stress. It just like rushed out of me, dude. And I was like, holy fuck.
I feel horrible.
Yeah, when you get eliminated, it's
I
like
do. I feel depressed for like
it's
a
like
week.
somebody fucking killed you.
It's like
Yeah.
definitely like a sports team lost. I'm like, fuck, man, this is gonna suck.
Yeah.
Because then I have to hear it from
Oh, of
whoever
course. One. If you lose to this guy, you better hope you lose to
I
that
mean,
guy.
that doesn't happen. You know,
Oh, what's your guys' record against each other? That's interesting.
All time.
all time.
All
Can you
time.
look that up?
Yeah, look it up on your phone.
It's got to be close.
Can I?
I would say.
I don't know. Can I?
Uh,
I don't know. Let's direct the
Tournament
conversation.
play?
Now. I don't know. Well, I can look up and see what your guys' records versus
Yeah.
each other are. I think
I
I
don't
have.
think we played each other a lot.
So we're gonna move on now
Yeah, let's get to this fun part.
to the last part of today's podcast. We're gonna talk about team uniforms. So there's obviously some
There's no more.
awesome stuff that people are doing
Is that
with
another
their,
lot of
That's all right.
with their uniforms, and we're gonna kind of share some of our thoughts. So I put out, I'll start off, I guess.
You want to start with best or worst? What do you start? with?
Oh, we're doing uniforms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You start with
Let's
best.
Let me
do
get my
best.
list.
You want to start with best first? Okay, go ahead.
So I'm gonna give out my top 5 uniforms in season 7.
Okay.
5,
Five.
Five.
Season seven.
Holy shit.
episode
Alright.
7.
Change your head?
I'm
Yes.
drinking whiskey.
Yeah, you are.
Episode 7.
He hasn't smoked at all.
Oh, no.
All right.
Forever.
So my top 5, and this is not the order, it's just the top 5.
all right.
Okay.
All right. So Unholy, love the uniforms. I love the streams too. I've said that already, but the uniforms for sure.
Yes.
Caden, Half, Wampus,
Yes.
love the uniforms. Saw them today. Thought it was just great. Segathon, I love his uniforms. Home and away.
Really?
I do.
I'm not
I
a
like
fan. I'm sorry, buddy.
Listen, we're all entitled.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
like Segathon's
Uh-huh.
uniforms. Sugar Valley.
Hey,
Again,
I'll take that.
I
I,
like
know.
that.
I know you're a big fan,
I like the red. I like how it
Yeah.
pops.
dude. The fucking Calgary's.
I did
I love
Sugar
it.
Valley, and then Chicken Nest. I like the
Really?
Jokers, yes.
Like blue,
I
like
red,
the blue, yeah.
No.
yellow?
Yes.
No, they're on my bottom.
Blue, red, and yellow?
No, the clown
Chicken. I
uniforms.
like them.
Dude, I'd like taking his play, but I
So
can't
that's-
stand.
That's your top
That's
five?
my top 5.
Holy
That's your
fuck,
top five. Give
dude.
your top five.
All right. Yeah. So let me get into this. I will say, Hoth, absolutely amazing. I do like Colorado's.
I haven't seen that. That's Eli.
I like
The non-elite.
Yes, I like the color scheme in there, man. It's different. and
What
it's
is
like, It's not, I think
I
it's
didn't
like
look at it.
I think it's gray,
Okay.
gray and red. I think it's
Gray and red?
Gray and red.
That's
Yeah. I do like Aftershock.
Troy City.
Yeah, Troy
Okay.
Cities.
They're red, gray, and black.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
them as well. I gotta put. I like Magnus's uniforms,
Okay,
man. I
yeah.
do.
I do. I get it. I get it.
And then I got Nips for the Pittsburgh theme. I like the color scheme of there.
Okay. Okay.
And then I actually have Ed. Ed in there.
Oh,
I like
the black.
The black.
Seriously?
I think they're badass.
That's
man.
so plain.
Nah, they're kind of badass.
Wow.
Everyone, you were the first one to go dark,
Yeah.
and then everyone put black in the uniforms.
Once you
dude.
go black.
Once you go.
Once you go black.
So I did that, and I did an away list as well. I like
oh,
I like Sudbury's away,
Okay.
Sonoma's away,
Yes.
and then
Yeah, I like
um,
Sonoma's too.
I can't even read my
I
writing.
like
here.
Sonoma's
Yeah,
better
I
than all the
fucked up.
bonds.
Renfro, cream.
Oh, the white.
Yeah, it's like a cream and white.
Yeah,
I think they're
yeah.
badass,
He
dude.
did that as a complete joke.
Yeah, I like them a lot though.
Yeah, he wanted to try to be as visible on the ice. as
Well,
possible.
somebody has white jerseys,
Who's
which I
white?
can't even. You can't even see them. It might have been. It's Hoth. No, it's not Hoth. Who's the other woolly mammoth or fucking abominable snowman themed guy?
I think.
Oh, Halifax.
Halifax. Thank you.
Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan. Yeah, what's up with the fucking abdominal snowman?
I haven't played them yet,
But
so I haven't seen
his
it.
team is like white as shit.
Okay, that's his plan to blend into the ice.
Yeah,
I've heard. I know they
sucks.
talk about that shit.
Sucks playing against him. You're like, fuck this.
Let me give you my best. So my fifth was Sydney, because I just love that teal, blue,
Mhm.
and black. I love it.
I do.
I think it's a great combination.
It pops, man.
Number 4 for me is like you had Pittsburgh. I hate Pittsburgh. I hate the fucking Panthers, but just the look of the combination
Yeah.
looks like a hockey team. It looks like Panthers on the ice. And that leads me into number 3, which is Minnesota, because I think Minnesota might have done it first, and I think Nips bit off of it. Yeah, they're the Golden Gophers. Oh, dude,
I
they
just
look
don't
great.
like. I don't like the maroon.
I know, but
I don't
it looks
that
like their
scheme.
uniform.
I know
It
it
looks
does.
like their
I
uniform.
just don't like the scheme.
It really does.
Yeah.
And then number 2 is Taipei, and I've talked about before. That green is so fucking electrifying.
Wait.
I
It's
love
like a
your fucking
Hartford
green.
Hartford color.
No, it's even.
Green
I think
and
it's even
green?
sharper.
Green
than that
on green?
Yeah, it's green on green.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I really like Taipei.
Yeah, I kind of.
And my number 1 is because when I was a kid, for some reason, I wanted to be a cop, and a cop's colors were always like blue and gray. They always wore blue and gray. And when I saw fucking Saguenay's fucking uniforms,
Yeah.
I really like Saguenay's uniforms. That blue and that gray and that white, it's fucking sharp. It is fucking sharp. So kudos on that, G-Lock. Ed, why don't you give your worst?
My worst, okay. So my worst is gonna include Thunder Bay. It's kind of planned.
This year's or last year's? This year's are better than last year's. I'll say that.
I don't love Thunder Bay. I don't love mine. It's interesting. Chris likes mine. I want to change mine up.
What are you gonna change them
I
to?
like them, man.
I don't know. I feel like my it's too bland.
Are you gonna stay with black?
I like the dark colors, but I want to add some
What color do you
Like,
like?
something to it.
What?
White?
I don't know.
I mean, you stick to your theme, dude.
My
Like,
first season is black and orange.
Can you do a gray?
But you're black and orange.
Yeah, you can't still
Yeah.
black and orange.
So I don't know.
Fuck you.
I need to change mine. I
Just
think
do the
it's
opposite.
too, so Thunder Bay, the Wolf, Sonoma.
I do think Sonomas are you talking about their whites? Is that
I'm
what
still.
I like their red and blacks. I got no problems
So
with
is that 4 and Sumter? I don't love Sumter's.
Yeah, he could work on his uniforms. I'm not a big fan of his
Well,
colors.
listen, I think they're all nice, but this is tough.
no, they're not,
Got 34 teams.
dude. They're all
You
not nice.
got Big Five.
There's some bad.
There are some bad uniforms.
Dude,
I
I'm
agree.
not
Don't
trying to be
nice.
mean or whatever. There's some bad shit, man.
Yeah, so that's my thought.
Go give your 5. Give your 5.
What worst?
Yeah, worst. Give your 5 worst.
Fuck. I do not like taking his uniforms, man. They annoy the shit out of me, and maybe that's the point. But they annoy me. It's like a clown. It's like a clown.
It's the worst.
I think
Yeah.
it's cool.
It's yellow,
Blue and
and
red. I don't.
It's like a big top.
Yeah. I don't like. I mean, again, that's his theme, but I'm not a fan of that shit.
Excuse me.
Who else? Like worst? Give me a list.
Yeah.
You want me to get my worst? I can get my worst.
Yeah, go ahead. I gotta
Give you my worst. All right. So number 5 on my worst, and not to be,
Jerk.
a jerk, but comical. You haven't played a game yet, but I know you reached out to me earlier to send me your uniform, but I just do not like that combination.
Is that
of
purple and green?
colors. Yeah, it's not even like
Okay.
it's like an off of each color.
Throw that on my list.
Yeah.
Well, I
You
didn't like
might see it on the ice. You might be surprised.
I might, but I'm
I
not.
don't like it either.
Yeah, I played him. I played Eggsy against
Oh,
just
okay.
his team, not him, not her. Sorry, but that team,
Yeah.
and I just was not a fan of those colors mixed together. And I don't know. It's just that pink. I don't know. The pink was off. It looked like.
Wait.
It's
Who's
gross.
got the old pink team?
Hold on. I'll get there. Yeah.
Okay.
So Thunder Bay is my Thunder Bay.
Second time.
Yeah,
Is it?
Thunder Bay is
Fuck
my
that team.
4 is Thunder Bay. And that's prior to this year. I think that green and that red was terrible together. It was too dark of a green. It was like a forest green. It was just awful. And then number 3 is Renfrew's whites. I can't fucking stand them LHX. I can't fucking stand your whites. They're not even like a good white. They're just terrible. And I know you did that on purpose, but I fucking hate them. And then Saskatchewan, because they're fucking just very plain. There's not much to them. There's just very blah. Like throw something in there, juice them up a little bit. Give me something. Number 1, because their uniforms look like uncooked hot dogs, is fucking the Swayzes. I fucking cannot stand those
they're
fucking
pretty,
uniforms.
They're pretty bad.
They're the fucking worst. I hate them. I fucking hate them.
They are pretty bad. I'm gonna go with that as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
They're awful.
Second time.
They're
Segathon's
awful.
pinks
They're
just
just awful.
remind me of like a.
And I know, Nick, you think it's funny,
Yeah.
but they're just awful.
Yeah.
Well, Nick, I'm a fan.
Nah, man.
I can't believe you like that.
They remind me of like
You
a
just
penis.
dropped the peg on my friendship ladder.
Well, listen,
I'm not a big fan of that, man.
an honorable mention for me as worst that makes it in there is Tickle Puss.
Yeah, but still, like I think this year's are better than what he's
They
had
don't bother me.
previously.
They're just bland. But like some of
Well,
them,
just
I
like
look at, I'm like,
That electric green.
no.
I think he's trying too hard.
Yeah, of course he's trying too
Yeah.
hard. He's always trying too hard.
Especially with his butter throws.
Like-
Come on,
His what?
Yeah.
his butter throws.
Butter throws. I love it.
He just does, man. It's like,
Yeah, he
Oh.
does.
That's the best.
You do.
Yeah.
You do.
All right.
So, so what else? Anything else?
That's
We
it.
got-
So in terms of this day, anything else, Chris, for you?
Yeah, you got anything else you want to put in?
yeah, like
Yeah,
I got
something to say.
No, I do. I think the biggest thing and that sticks out to me is definitely the tier 4 teams not playing anything really, and then the pace like you and Ultra Magnus are playing. And I guess there's always a couple guys that are ahead of
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
Right. But I think everyone's kind of stepped up this year and played.
I agree. I think the pace is
More.
much better.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a nice pace. Everyone's got at least 10.
I agree with you, actually. The pace this year, outside of a few people who haven't been started yet, so I think that's gonna change soon.
Yeah.
I think the pace is about right.
But you're saying you're at 10. I suggest by Sunday night you're at 20. I suggest by
Sorry.
Sunday night he's at 20. But anyway,
That's
I'm
a lot.
just saying.
That's a lot. I like if I could get in 4 a week,
Yeah.
or 6 a week, I'd be
Yeah.
happy.
6 a week, shoot for that.
I'd be
Yes.
happy. But sometimes I can't, man. Like I'm just done. Like after work, and this is probably what a lot of guys do.
Oh,
It's like,
dude, no doubt.
after work, like I look at a screen all day, man.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want to do.
I don't want to do it. I'm just like, nope, I don't want to sit in front of a screen.
It's
And you
different for me.
know what else he doesn't want to do? He doesn't want to lose.
Yeah.
It's true.
I talk to people, all day, so I'm like ready for the screen.
Yeah.
You're tired of talking to people.
I'm just want
You know what I like? Skull fucking people.
to, you have to say that again.
Skull fucking people. But I never get to do it to Sean. I do tier 1 fuckers.
It is a good feeling when you like it's happened rarely.
Yeah, when you're beating up on somebody.
It's happened rarely. I mean,
And you motherfuckers took that away from us. No tier 4.
I did it last year and he quit. So
Who quit?
I think that was last year, right? Against Joe. Joe quit last year.
No, that was because of Swayze's. That wasn't because of you.
Yeah.
But what did you do? You squished
I
it
had 13-0.
on
Yeah.
Italy?
Yeah.
It wasn't Italy. No way.
Yeah.
On Hashik? Holy fuck.
Yes.
We gotta see that.
Really?
Magnus,
Yes.
can you pull that from the
That's-
database?
Yeah, dude.
Pull that game. Sugar Valley 13,
Could
Italy
that be the
nothing.
reason why they?
He quit. He quit right after that. That's why I
I'm
said
really
like
curious
I'm-
now.
I'm
rage. I
confused.
said
I'm really
he
curious.
rage quit. It was 13-0.
Breaking news. This is breaking news.
No, the record. It's in the records too. I have the record for most goals scored in the game in
Okay.
one game.
It wasn't Joe.
Yes.
Go
it
into
was.
that and look.
Yes,
No way.
dude.
I refuse to
It was Italy?
believe that.
Yes, it was.
It'll
I'm
come.
really curious.
All right.
I'm really curious now, man.
Yeah.
Magnus, help us out with that. We really need to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
I'm telling you.
Well,
Yes.
Chris, thank you so much for
All
joining
right,
us.
boys.
Listen, this was fun. Was it episode 7? It's unbelievable.
I know it took super
7
long to
episodes.
get me here. You fucks.
But this is the WolfNCline and Stein version.
I'll be here anytime
Today-
you want me to.
And thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you soon.
Later, guys.
Later, boys.